Welcome back to my loft railway, and apologies, it's been a long time since the last update back in August. It's now the 3rd of November. Part of the reason why I haven't done any updates for a while is just because there hasn't been a lot of progress really. I've kind of slowed up a little bit with the model railway for one reason or another. And I'm at a bit of a sort of crossroads really, which I'll come on to in a minute. But just to give you a little update on what I have done since August. So you might remember from the last video, I was building some office furniture to go into my coal merchant's office. And if I try and get a bit closer, you can potentially, hard to make out, but I've got some office cabinets and desks and things in the coal merchant's office there. A little desk and chair which you might just be able to make out there. So I managed to release the office, as you remember from the last video, it was glued down, but I managed to gently prise it off and then pop the furniture back in and glue it down, and I'm pleased with the result. So that's one little thing I've done. Also, I went to my local model railway club in Kempston. They had an open day back in September and I picked up a few bits. So one of the things I did was I bought some of these self-adhesive flowers, so these yellow daffodils here, which I've added over here in various points along the layout, as you can see over there as well. And I also purchased some more coal wagons. So this grey one here and this one here, I think they're about £5 each, and I've added coal loads to those. However, I have noticed that when I pull a whole rake of these along with, well, any one of my locomotives, I do get a lot of wheel spin. So I'm now thinking perhaps I've added too much weight and might need to revisit that, maybe empty some of them so it's not so heavy. It's only about sort of 6 wagons there, but yeah, the locos I've got do seem to struggle, particularly on the curved sections of track, so might need to revisit that. You also might remember from the last video I was talking about wanting to buy some loco wheels just to add as general sort of scrap around the engine shed area. And a very kind member of the model railway forum that I'm part of gave me a whole bag of model railway wheels for free, which, if I can find them, oh, where are they? Down here somewhere. Yeah, a whole load of them. He very kindly gave to me, and I mean, it's more than I need really. But you know, in the future, I might be able to use these for replacing plastic wheels on rolling stock and stuff. So I've got a whole load of them spare, and I've popped some down here just to add a bit more sort of scrap to my kind of well, yeah, scrapyard area, I guess, if you like. So that was really kind of him to do that. What else? Oh yeah, and obviously the other thing I've been working on is I mentioned last time that I'm building a garage for my town area, which eventually, if I can find it, will look something like this. So as you can see, it's coming along nicely. So I'm well on the way with that. I'm pretty much finished with it. I've just got to add the roof section and the front doors and a few other bits and bobs, and then that'll be finished. So the other thing that I've done is I've added some, well, this is actually ballast that I've glued down here just to make it sort of look like gravel. So there's kind of like a bit of a parking area, if you like, for the church there, which I think looks quite nice. And I'm pretty sure that is everything I've done since the last update. As I said, not a lot of progress, which is why I've sort of left it until now to do an update. Anyway, I mentioned at the start of the video that I'm at a bit of a crossroads, and what I mean by that is when I finished phase 1 of the layout, which has been a very long stage, which is basically finishing everything in terms of line side details in signals before I started phase 2, which is going to be the town area. And I'm at a bit of a crossroads because I just feel like I've sort of lost a bit of motivation for building the town. I'm going to finish the garage obviously, but I'm just sort of in a dilemma about, do I carry on and build the town on this section, which is now my sort of workbench, or do I just leave it as it is and finish off the layout as it is, basically leaving this area as my workbench. So yeah, if anybody's got any sort of thoughts or suggestions on that, do let me know. I'm sort of just feel like I've kind of reached a bit of a standstill with it really. I don't know if I've got the motivation to build the whole town section now. I'm even thinking, do I dismantle the layout and start again, which is a bit drastic. I don't think I'm going to go down that route, but yeah, just sort of lost a little bit of motivation, I suppose. Anyway, I'm hoping that I will get back into it at some point, but anyway, that's where I'm at. So yeah, any thoughts on that, do let me know, but as always, please do like and subscribe. And as I say, I don't know when I'll have another update. It could be a while, but we will see. Watch this space, I guess. Bye.